Welcome back to the Boot Tragedies.
All right, I'm going to be going through position by position, going through some of the breakdowns, some of the camp battles, some of the, just battles for starting jobs, backup jobs, whatever it may be on the Saints roster. In this first video, no other than the quarterbacks. Obviously, we had Jameis Winston for the last couple seasons, being your backup quarterback last year behind Derek Carr. He's on to the Cleveland Browns. So the Saints are now going to be looking for another backup quarterback. And depending on how you're looking at this, it's 3 guys in the picture, 4 guys in the picture. Hey, depends on who you are. Taysom Hill is going to be more of the fullback role this year. Don't think he's obviously, in the spot to compete for that backup quarterback job just because they're going to use him in different ways. I'm sure he's still going to have a quarterback package and things like that. But you can take his name out of the hat. Now that leaves you with 3 guys. We can go ahead and start with Nathan Peterman. He's just a camp body. He's not going to make this team. But, hey, you never know. NFL is crazy. Who knows how he plays, in the preseason if he gets a chance, how he performs in camp. And we'll just go through, his NFL stats while we're at it. Since we're going to, he's competing for this job. 1-4 as a starter. 85 for 160, 53 completion percentage, 700 yards, 4 touchdowns, and 13 interceptions. So, yeah, we kind of know how that's going to go with Nathan Peterman, 29 years old, about to be 30. Hey, I'm shocked he made it this long. I don't know how he made it this long because he's just not a good quarterback. Let's just be honest. I'm not here to go crazy on Nathan Peterman. Now, we're going to go to the 2 guys that it's obviously going to be in it. You got Spencer Rattler and you got Jake Haener. Jake Haener's been in the league for 1 year. I would say he knows the system. I almost said that, but it's a new system. So him and, Spencer Rattler kind of even on that playing field where it's a new offensive system, new terminology, things are being done different. So he doesn't really have that, upper hand on Spencer Rattler that, most people would if you just been in the league for a year. Now, obviously, he still know how things go with practice and how you take care of your body and all these things. So he's going to have, some things he's going to have the upper hand on. Jake Haener over, but for the most part, it's going to be an even playing field. We just got to look at their college stats for a second. Let's look at their college stats. Start with Jake Haener. He's been there the longest. Obviously, was at Washington, didn't really get to play. Then went to Fresno State, had a really, really good career at Fresno State, as you can see, through for 2,000 yards, 4,000 yards, and almost 3,000 yards. Had 68 touchdowns, 18 interceptions. Threw for a lot of yards, a lot of yards when he was in college. So, obviously, he can throw the ball. He can spin the ball a little bit. Saints drafted him, I want to say, 4th round. Yeah, 4th round draft pick. So you invest a little bit in the 4th round draft pick. It's the same thing I kind of said about Nick Saldiveri. A 4th round draft pick. You expecting a couple years that maybe they can compete for a job. Let's take a quick look at Spencer Rattler. 5th round draft pick, so a little less than Jake Haener. Played for Oklahoma, South Carolina, a highly touted prospect, coming out of high school. And he played well in college, threw for 10,800 yards. That's pretty good. 77 touchdowns, 32 interceptions, turned the ball over a little bit more than Jake Haener. But he's a gunslinger. He trusts his arm. Maybe, too much. It's that Brett Favre mentality of like, my arm is really, really good, and I'm going to try to make every throw possible. I'm not comparing him to Brett Favre. Don't even start that because he's not Brett Favre. But a guy that's a gunslinger, has a really, really good arm. And I think he can spin the ball. I think he can play well for the Saints if given opportunity. Now, it's going to come down to how do they do in the preseason? How are they doing training camp? Obviously, Jake Haener was diagnosed with this rare form of skin cancer. I think it's on his face somewhere. He said he's going to be fine. He says he's going to get that taken care of. I'm sure, they have all the tools, doctors in place for him, to be successful in that, transition and going through those things. So we'll see how that plays out for him. So my thoughts, who will win this job? Honestly, if I just had to guess today, I'm going to go with Spencer Rattler. I think he's just a better quarterback, has better potential, has a better arm. He just, has the potential to be that guy. Nah, it's not going to be easy by no stretch of the imagination. He's still going to have to earn this. It's going to come down to the wire. And I think they're going to keep both of them on the roster, maybe practice squad one of them or something like that. We'll see how that, plays out. But I do think both of these guys have a lot of potential. That's just me guessing. Now, obviously, that opinion can change. That opinion probably will change as preseason goes. Oh, and this photo is absolutely insane. I'm scrolling off this. That's wild. But, yeah, that's big pause. I done lost my train of thought. I forgot what I was talking about. Jesus Christ. Yeah. But anyways, it's gonna be a good battle. Yeah. It can change. Sorry, that was crazy. It can change. Like I said, it can change throughout the preseason. Game 1, game 2, game 3. I'm not sure how much the starters are going to play this preseason just because it's a new system. Maybe you want to get those guys out there. I just know I'm praying for both of them guys because the starting offensive line isn't great. So I can just imagine what the backups look like in the preseason. So they're going to have to deal with that. But they're both going to have kind of a level playing field, which I do like. I do think the offensive system, if I'm kind of looking at the 49ers system, Kubiak's system, his dad, I would say it kind of fits. I don't know. Actually, I don't know. I think it fits Rattler better, but Jake Haener, Fresno State kind of ran something similar out of shotgun in college. But I'm excited to see this battle. This is one of the most intriguing battles in Saints training camp, if you ask me, the backup quarterback position. Obviously, we got other battles like at running back for the backup job. Is that just Jamal Williams or is it Kendrick Mills? We're gonna dive into that in a different video. You got the receiver battles. It's battles all over for the receiver spots. We have 2. Everybody else, you know, it's a battle. I've already kind of touched on the offensive line. Might do another video. And you got battles all over. But this is the quarterback. Let me know who y'all think gonna win. It's gonna be Jake Haener. Is it gonna be Spencer Rattler? Just let me know in the comments. Just tell me Haener. Just tell me Rattler. You can tell me why if you want to as well. But I do think this is gonna be a really, really good battle for the quarterbacks. And that pitcher just don't want to go down. That is crazy. But hey man, I'm interested to see what y'all think about this battle in the comments below. Let me know. I'm out of here. They got me flustered. Let me know who y'all think going to backup quarterback job. Thank y'all for tuning in once again. As always, this is the Boot Tragedies, and I'm out. 1st and 15. Play action. Let's see. I knew he was throwing this post from the get-go. Watch how hard that receiver comes off the ball, man. All right, basically, you got one-on-one at the bottom of the screen right here. This guy's kind of shading. The safety shading up top. Don't know why. Maybe that's a stud over there. So you got just one-on-one down here. What I don't like is, oh, well, I can't even blame him. That's with somebody in his face. Hold on. Let's back up a little bit. Let's run this back one more time. Backpedaling, somebody in his face from the 35-yard line. I mean, hold on. That's a hell of a throw. Whew. Oh my God. This is tough. Okay, let's count it out again. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. 55 yards backpedaling. 55 yards backpedaling somebody in your face. Hey man, that's a hell of a throw right there. That's a hell of a throw. Jesus Christ.